They called us the Starlight Children. It sounds magical, doesn't it? But behind that name was a reality far darker than any fairy tale. It was the 1980s, a time of big hair, neon colors, and secrets buried so deep. Most people still don't know they exist. I was one of those secrets. I was 7 years old when they took me. They promised my parents a special school for gifted children, a place where my unique talents would be nurtured. My parents, struggling to make ends meet, saw it as a golden opportunity. I saw it as an adventure. I couldn't have been more wrong. The school was a sterile, windowless facility hidden in the middle of a desert. There were no playgrounds, no art classes, just labs and observation rooms. We weren't students, we were subjects. Subject 27. That was my designation. The doctors, in their stark white coats, told us we were pioneers, destined to unlock the next stage of human evil. They wanted to create superhumans, and we were their raw material. The experiments started subtly. Strange taste in vitamins with our meals, long sessions in sensory deprivation tanks, and endless cognitive tests that pushed our young minds to the breaking point. They said it was to measure our potential. Soon, the procedures became more invasive. Injections that made our bones ache and our minds race. Hypnotherapy sessions where they tried to rewrite our memories, to erase our families, and replace them with loyalty to the project. They were trying to awaken something within us, psychic abilities, telekinesis, clairvoyance, telepathy. They didn't care about the cost, about the nosebleeds, the migraines that felt like our skulls were splitting, or the nights we spent crying silently in our bunks. For them, we were just data points on a chart. I remember one boy, Subject 14. He was the first to show real results. He could make a small metal ball levitate for a few seconds. The doctors were ecstatic. They pushed him harder, demanding more. One day, during a high-stress test, something in him snapped. It wasn't just the ball that moved. Everything in the room started to shake. The lights flickered and burst. Equipment flew off the shelves. He was screaming, not in triumph, but in terror and pain. He couldn't control it. That was the last time any of us ever saw Subject 14. That incident changed everything for me. I realized this wasn't about making us special. It was about turning us into weapons. I started to resist, but subtly, I would deliberately fail tests, pretend I had no abilities, and make myself as uninteresting as possible. I focused all my energy not on moving objects with my mind, but on remembering. Remembering my home, my parents' faces, the smell of my mom's baking. Those memories became my shield. I held on to them with every ounce of my being. Years went by. Some of us just disappeared. Others became empty shells, their spirits broken. By the early 90s, with the political climate shifting, the project's funding was cut. The program was deemed a failure and scrubbed from all official records. The remaining children, those of us who were too unsuccessful or too young to be a threat, were quietly returned. They told my parents I had been at a boarding school abroad and had trouble adjusting. They didn't question it. They were just happy to have me back. But the boy who returned wasn't the same one who had left. I've spent my entire adult life trying to piece together what was real and what was a fabricated memory. I live a quiet life now, a deliberately normal life. But sometimes, when I'm stressed or angry, I feel it. A flicker, a pen rolling off the table when I'm not looking, a streetlight going out as I walk underneath. It's a constant reminder of who I was and what they tried to make me. I'm sharing this story because the truth needs to be told. We were the Starlight Children, and we existed. We are still out here, and we remember. Thanks for listening. If this story resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more untold histories.